Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to share with you tricky pronunciation. Nouns and verbs can be pronounced differently, even though they're spelled the same. And if you don't know how to say the word correctly, you're going to sound funny and not fluent-like. So you need to pay attention to the very end so you make sure you understand and get all the different tricky pronunciations in your brain. Let's get going. Hi, welcome to the tricky pronunciation session. Very often when you're learning English, you think it's those long words that get you in trouble. It's not the long words that get you in trouble all the time. Sometimes it's very common words, short words that will get you in trouble. In this lesson, we're going to show you how one word with the same spelling can have two different pronunciations depending on how it is used in a sentence. So don't try to memorize the words, just listen to them often and you will get the hang of it. And you're also going to notice that nouns and verbs are the most dominant. They're the most common pronunciation trick, is to differentiate when a word is spelled and used as a noun or when it's used as a verb, it is pronounced differently. So let's get started. And I'm going to start with this. You can all say this, I'm sure. Wait a minute. Everybody knows this. Wait a minute. So minute is used as a noun. But let's do a little trick and change it. How do you say this? If you said a minute fish, sorry, you're wrong. Because now this word minute, M-I-N-U-T-E, is being used as an adjective. When it's used as an adjective, you say a minute fish. A minute fish. It means a very, very small fish. A minute fish. So let's get going with the pronunciation exercise. Now I'm going to get you to say the sentence after I say it. I'm going to say the sentence 2 times. I'm going to say the sentence when the screen has black lettering, then I'll say it again when it's red, and then I'm going to give you some time to say it after me. Okay? So I'll give you some time, or you can just pause the video. Okay? Here we go. Just listen when it's black, when I say it again in red, and then you can repeat it. Okay, so you'll hear it 2 times. Do it this way. Don't try to guess, because then you'll make the mistake and it'll stick in your brain. Mistakes have a tendency to stick in your brain, so don't do it that way. Okay, listen, listen, and then repeat. We must polish the Polish furniture. We must polish the Polish furniture. Now it's your turn. He could lead if he could get the lead out. He could lead if he would get the lead out. Now it's your turn. The soldier decided to desert his dessert in the desert. The soldier decided to desert his dessert in the desert. Now here's an extra tip for spelling. If you want to know how to spell dessert, just remember it has 2 S's because you always come back for seconds. Since there is no time like the present, he thought it was time to present the present. Since there is no time like the present, he thought it was time to present the present. Here is the rule. If you are pronouncing the verb present, the second syllable is stressed. If you are pronouncing the noun present, the first syllable is stressed. Present. I did not object to the object. I did not object to the object. The bandage was wound around the wound. The bandage was wound around the wound. The farm was used to produce produce. The farm was used to produce produce. When shot at, the dove dove into the bushes. When shot at, the dove dove into the bushes. The insurance was invalid for the invalid. The insurance was invalid for the invalid. There was a row among the oarsmen about how to row. There was a row among the oarsmen about how to row. They were too close to the door to close it. They were too close to the door to close it. The buck does funny things when the does are present. The buck does funny things when the does are present. The dump was so full that it had to refuse more refuse. The dump was so full that it had to refuse more refuse. A bass was painted on the head of the bass drum. A bass was painted on the head of the bass drum. To help with planting, the farmer taught his sow to sow. To help with planting, the farmer taught his sow to sow. The wind was too strong to wind the sail. The wind was too strong to wind the sail. Here are some other trick words. Envelope. You probably know this one as a noun, but it's also a verb. So you say, I need to buy some envelopes. The robe enveloped her completely. Notice the difference. I need to buy some envelopes. The robe enveloped her completely. In this case, envelope is a verb and means to cover completely. An idiom using the noun envelope is to push the envelope, and that means to find a new way to do things. Refund. Can you give me a refund, please? This is the noun. I can refund your payment right away. This is the verb. Reject. In a factory, quality control looks out for rejects. This is the noun. I reject any opinion that is not well thought out. And this is a verb. So again, you notice in the noun, the stress is on the first syllable and on the second syllable when it's used as a verb. Repeat. That TV program was a repeat from last week. This is the noun. Let me repeat that. Now it's a verb. Proceed. The proceeds from the auction went to the Red Cross. This is the noun. Let's proceed with the next item on the agenda, shall we? This is a verb. Attribute. Sharon has many good attributes, qualities. This is the noun. What do you attribute your good fortune to? This restaurant has unlimited refills for coffee. This is the noun. Do you have a refill for this pen? Also a noun. Can you refill my cup, please? This is the verb. Conduct. His conduct was not appropriate. This is the noun. He conducts himself like a gentleman. This is the verb. Conflict. There is a conflict in many countries. This is the noun. Does that date conflict with your schedule? This is the verb. Combat. He is very good at hand-to-hand combat. This is a noun. He has a hard time combating depression. This is the verb. Angela prepared well for the contest. This is the noun. She contested the results of the competition. This is the verb. And this is the last one. Suspect. Jeff was the primary suspect in the investigation. This is the noun. Sophia suspected that Joe stole the handbag. So this is your lesson in tricky pronunciation. Come back often and revisit this video several times if you want to get the best impact. You're not going to learn it in one go. Hope you enjoyed it and see you next time. Bye for now.